What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Gundam Breaker 4, and we are squatting up and doing some missions. We got Kenny and Ev here. Ev's copying my build clearly with the camphor head, even though she's taller than I am. So what are you gonna do? Kenny is all long range. It looks like.
Pretty much.
Except for the wings.
And I'm valuing statistics over look right now. So
unbelievable.
That's understandable.
Nope. It's always looking cool first, stats later. Come on now.
Well, once I get all the parts I want, then I'll start doing that. But right now, I'm just going for statistics so that I can get through stuff.
No, that's fair. All right, let's just try this one on hardcore and see how it goes. Huh. Okay, hold on. So, are you guys in the mission?
We can queue up for the mission, I think.
Okay. Okay, see if you guys can join this mission now. I have no idea how to tell you how to join, for the record.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I feel like I feel like the lack of the game explaining how this works is a failure of the game.
Yeah, it says recruiting team members. You guys are in the lobby, so there should be like a pop-up, you'd think, or something like join mission.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any kind of pop-up, so
if you go into the mission thing right here, is there anything that like says like join quest?
No, it's story, quest, and bounty hunter. And when I click on story, I can go to chapter 4, mission 16.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me see if I can just invite you guys. Oh, which is weird because you're in the lobby, so I don't see. I guess you can have a 24-player lobby, so if not everyone will be playing with each other. Let's just pick like a early one that everyone would definitely have unlocked. You could do hardcore. You both can do hardcore, right? So that's unlocked for you already.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Recruit friends to play. Set conditions to create team. What does that even mean?
I guess it's just we're in a lobby, but we're not on a team right now. I guess. That would be my guess.
Yeah, so the team...
Because now it says recruiting team members in the chat thing.
Alright, so can you do something with that information?
That, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we have to talk to Comrade in-game.
Oh.
I figured it out.
Hello?
Okay. That's about as clear as mud.
Right? And then, of course, they explain it after you've done it.
Alright, then you... Oh, you got like a... Did you get like a tooltip afterwards?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so now I think you just hold down X to deploy, maybe?
Oh, no, it's all you.
Oh.
Yep. You're the party leader.
All right. I guess it worked. I wonder if we can see all three of us launch at the same time. Oh, we can. That's cool.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Neat.
All right, so this shouldn't be that bad.
Nah, it'll be A-okay.
Famous last words. Nah, it'll be fine. Just everything's gonna be real tanky. That's the only thing you have to worry about.
What could possibly go wrong?
Just don't get hit and you'll be fine.
Just don't get hit, forehead.
Don't get hit on the forehead.
That too.
This might give you guys higher level parts as well, which should be helpful.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so damage-wise, it'll be fine from that perspective at least. So.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing just fine.
Oh, does anyone need any like specific parts they're looking for? Because we can do missions that have certain enemies in it, so you can get stuff they drop if you're looking for something in particular.
Not really.
Yeah. Not in particular at the moment.
Actually, the best way to look at this is, like, when you have the NPCs with you, they don't really do anything. So if you guys at least aim at the enemies and shoot them, that's more than they do, it seems like. So
Fair.
this is the revive mechanic will actually come into play too, because we can actually coordinate that whole thing.
Yep.
I will say, when I fought the final boss, I did get revived a lot by the NPCs, so I guess that does count for something.
I have never once.
Have you went down and they just ignored you?
Yeah.
Really?
They'll just stand there on your corpse or far away from your corpse. It doesn't matter. And they don't pick you up.
Yeah.
Scream about how it's impossible or whatever.
Yeah, and how desperate they are.
I will say, when we played Battle Alliance, Ev, the NPCs were pretty good about getting you up, like, whenever you went down.
That
Like,
they were.
Or at least trying to get you up.
right.
Yep. Straight up ignoring mechanics to do so, and you're like, thanks, bro.
Which is also kind of funny, though, because they'll get messed up just trying to run straight to your corpse as soon as you go down.
Yep. Worth it, though.
So, Ev, on average, where about are your parts at right now, like, level-wise?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, that's fine. Because I think you just deleted one of those enemies pretty quick right there. One of you guys did.
Yeah, I know I'm one of the level caps. I don't remember which one.
Right.
Yeah, all my stuff is hanging around at level 13-ish.
Right. So you're that's like the first level cap, I think, still.
Yeah, I've unlocked to go past it, but I haven't found anything worth throwing into the other stuff yet.
Right. Kenny, if you don't care about story that much, we can do story missions.
Yeah, I've been skipping cutscenes because it's like I watched you play through it, so it's like, okay, I already know what's going to happen, so is there really a point in me rewatching something I've already seen?
You can also watch them
fair.
whenever you want to, because you can just replay the mission if you want to see something.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you didn't really miss much. I mean, there's a story here because there needed to be one for the campaign, but it wasn't like a mind-blowing.
Jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
Or something like Halo, or...
Right, yeah. They definitely just made it for the sake of having it in here, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do that then after this mission, because that'll at least get you further in the game. Do you know what chapter you're on?
I finished the game.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, because you were when I fought the final boss, you were in chat, so that tracks.
Yeah. I was doing my best not to spoil things as you were talking about things. I'm like, I can't say shit.
Right. Okay, then we can probably actually do some of the missions, the story missions on like hardcore at least.
Yeah.
And that'll give Kenny some higher level stuff as he goes through the game.
Indeed.
Higher rarity stuff, I think, at least.
I mean,
So-
rarity you can upgrade anyways once you get far enough in the story.
Right,
So it's more of level that's important, not necessarily rarity. Rarity does play effect, but it's more of the level, correct?
Yeah, so
Yep.
as rarity goes up, you can add additional modifiers to your parts.
Okay.
So, like, everything has a base level that scales up everything, but then you can get all the modifiers. So I think, like if you focus on level and not rarity, I think you'll be okay for the main story. But eventually, if you want to do like new type, you want to make sure you have the right modifiers on everything.
Start looking for specific parts and
Right. So I wonder if
So I do have a question about this, because I got a pair of legs. It has a little thing over like the Gundam's icon, like the picture of the Gundam next to the level. Does that mean anything in particular? It's hard to see because it's like really freaking tiny.
I don't know. Where is it at? So if I'm looking at a part right now, where would the icon be?
So look at where the picture of the Gundam is.
Okay.
And then in the top right corner of that picture of the Gundam, it's like a little circle and it's blue. And it's really hard to see what it is inside the circle because it's so freaking small.
Did you use a breaker token on that mission?
No. I still have all those tokens.
Okay, then I have literally no clue what that is.
You get those tokens every time you S rank a mission.
Oh.
That's how you get more of those.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
But yeah, Kenny, I don't know what that means, to be honest with you, because I'm looking at the parts I have right now. I don't see anyone. Are you still in the after combat screen?
No, I'm actually looking at my mission results for all the parts that I got.
That's what I mean. Okay, so that's where you see that circle at?
Yeah, it's like it's on the picture of the Gundam, like it's Gundam Wing Endless Waltz version. I've got the little icon for him, like his face, and then in the top right-hand corner of his face picture, it's got that like blue circle.
Yeah, not a clue what that means. We'll do another mission, and I'll look at my parts and see if I can find one with it on there.
Okay. Because I've seen that a few times, and I'm like, what the freaking hell is that?
Right. So,
the world may never know.
Kenny, I want you to select the next mission, whatever one you're on, and just put it to hardcore mode, and then we'll join you. Just I'm worried if I do it, it won't like continue your story.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know how they handled that. It might not matter, but like just would kind of defeat the purpose if we just ran a mission and it didn't count for you.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
Yeah, all my parts are level 38.
All right, so we're like the same level then. All right, so join Kenny's team. Okay. What's on your arms, Ev? The guns. What are those from?
Those are just the Gatling gun builder parts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then I shrunk them down.
Oh, I see it now that I'm zoomed in on you. Okay, okay. Wow, those get really small, actually.
Yeah.
I like the back. You have the what is it called? The Virtue backpack. I like that one a lot.
Me too. I tried swapping it out a couple times. I'm like, no, my build does not look right without it.
When we were in the last mission, it looked like you had the full armor unicorn Gatling guns.
I believe that is also true, technically.
And then they managed to win the match.
Because I believe, excuse me, full armor unicorn, they're not like conventional ammo. I believe it's beam.
Yeah, they're beams. I think so, at least. I'm pretty sure they're beams. I'm trying to remember back. It's been a while.
Because I saw a lot of green stuff coming from your arm, so I'm like, I guess that's the full armor unicorn.
It might be. I forget what Gatling guns I'm using, but
you got Gatling guns on top of You got so many Gatling guns. All the machines.
I got 6 Gatling guns. Yeah.
Full on DACA.
Right,
exactly.
So Connery said unicorn has beam Gatling and head Vulcans. So yeah, so it's beam Gatling guns if they're unicorn.
Yep.
So if they're heavy arms, they'd be orange. Like the ammo would be orange.
Yeah, that's what's it called unicorn, because they're bigger than.
I'm getting all nervous.
Lynn, right? No need to be anxious.
What's it called?
It's just a mission like any other. Just play like you normally would.
Okay. I'm still a little worried, but he seems
been using that GN Buster sword that you were using in your playthrough.
I'm still using it right now. It's my favorite weapon in the game by far. I like the greatsword moveset a lot.
I like it because it just hits like a freaking truck compared to all the other stuff, and I seem to be able to break more parts with it too.
Well, so it has to hit that hard because that Guff build that I did uses 2 sabers, and you attack so much faster with them, so it has to balance it out with the damage. Which is good and bad because really most of the game is trying to build your EX bar up, in my opinion, if you want to use your cool abilities. And the greatsword, unfortunately, builds it up super slow. Well, at least mine does, because I don't have the right modifiers on it, probably.
Yeah, my all of my long-range weapons regenerate my awaken gauge, so I basically just have infinite awaken gauge.
Right, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, my other build builds up all the gauges way faster than my main build does, but, you know, what are you gonna do?
I'm currently working on getting upgrade parts for my new build, but they're all level 1 parts.
What kind of build are you trying to make, Ev?
So I shared it in your Discord, but it's like a very IBO themed build. Very Barbatos.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Dude, I love how the Perfect Zeong has a sword. Like, why? It makes, like, for Universal Century, it makes no goddamn sense that it has a physical sword on it.
I mean, hey, if you don't have a sword, how can it be the perfect Xeon, you know?
Yes, but like a beam saber, like if you think about what this is, when this is supposed to be a thing, like the only thing from like original like Universal Century that has, I think the Zaku ones, some of them had regular axes, and then the Guff Custom had the a heat saber that wasn't really a heat saber because it was just a piece of just regular sword that the things with.
Just a giant hunk of fucking metal.
Right, but it was called a heat. It still was called a heat sword, which is weird. But
Thinking of that, like 08 MS team or whatever, like when he crushes some of the like gun tanks with that, that's got to be a real crappy way to die. It's just a chunk of metal just being drove down, like just being
thankfully,
crushed.
being the pilot for the gun tank, well, there's two pilots, and then one's in the core, one's in the head. The one in the head probably didn't have to worry about it too much because you were that's like instant, like there's nothing left to you.
Yeah, you're just crushed instantly. But the pilot in the core,
right? That one, depending on where it hit, not great.
They're having a bad day.
Yeah.
Not nearly a bad a day as what's his name in IBO got the fucking scissors.
Oh, the asshole. I can't remember. I know who you're talking about. What is his name? I cannot remember.
I
his
never
name.
watched that series all the way through.
It's just sad. The ending is just sad.
I remember
IBO.
one of them getting crushed in space or whatever, and that was kind of brutal. I was like, ow.
Yeah,
That's gotta suck.
Yeah. So Ev's talking about the dude from the it's like pretty much the end of the last episode. It's the dude that Akihiro wanted to kill the whole time for reasons that I can't remember, and he gets to crush him, then he dies.
Yep. It was very cathartic.
They make it satisfying though because his name was Eo. That's right. Thank you, Joe. Yo, JD, thank you for the follow. Love the follow noise. Yep. That's been the Gundam warning sound for literally 7 years, I think. But yeah, it's a very satisfying ending because unfortunately, in my opinion, the ending of IBO is not super satisfying, but that part is.
The last episode I remember watching of IBO, I think his name's Biscuit. I think died.
Yeah.
That's the end of season. That's the end of season 1, technically.
The end of innocence for that show.
Yep. After he dies, it pretty much doesn't get better after that. Like it gets a lot darker. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I kind of expected him to die, but I didn't think he would die that soon in the series because I was like, okay, yeah, he's got his like 2 little sisters or whatever, so I kind of see something really bad happening to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, something really bad does happen to him.
And then something really bad continues to happen for the rest of the show.
Pretty much. Yeah, basically after they killed him, they set the precedent of like, no one might get out alive now.
Yeah.
None of your favorite characters are safe.
IBO was a great Gundam series for sure. It was good, yeah. It definitely was a nice change of pace, like to go like more into this show, like how fucked up the whole situation was. I think what was the only gun, like when I watched IBO, I think for the most part before that, the only thing that really was coming out that I was watching in real time was the Build series, and the Build series is meant to be super lighthearted, comparatively to a regular Gundam series.
Yeah.
Heat and cold melee weapons also says the Krello Xeon didn't have good power transfer for a while. Egai even had to use 2 reactors to use beam weapons. Oh really? I didn't know that. I didn't know about the Egai thing. Biscuit was the metaphorical heart of the group, yep. And after that, it just goes downhill. I mean, honestly, you can blame a lot of the, kind of like the whole, situation. Orga kind of fucked up a little bit. Like, they got a little too ambitious. They should have probably, dialed it back a little bit, but...
See, that's the problem. Biscuit was the whole reason Orga dialed it back a little bit.
Right.
So when Biscuit died, his moral compass died.
Right, and you get the... Honestly, I think that... Well, I mean, McGillis is... It's actually his fault. Like, he fucked everything up for everybody in the entire show. And then got to just die and get out of the whole situation.
I mean, technically that's how they all got out of there.
That's true. Well, except for the one dude. I can't remember his name. What the hell? He survives. He's one of the kids on the team. You know what I'm talking about, Ev? He kills the dude in the bathroom at the end.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
A couple of the non-combatants survived, and that was about it.
Yeah.
They're from a higher difficulty.
Akihiro wanted to kill Io because he was partly responsible for Lobster's death. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Gaps in their defenses
Yeah,
and exploit
honestly,
them.
her death might have been one of the worst ones in the entire series because of the situation for when it happened. I was like, oh no. And Akihiro was my favorite character, and to see his possible love interest just get, gunned down in a toy store, essentially.
While shopping.
Right. And there's the bear that looked like Akihiro. It's depressing.
Yep.
You don't like how IBO continues after the series, but it's an Asian game that hasn't been released in the U.S. Oh, you're talking about, I know what you're talking, yeah, because that's where the Astaroth is from. What's it called, Ed?
I think it was like Herder Hunt or something like that.
Yeah. Because the Astaroth is a really cool looking IBO. It's in this game. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's the Astaroth Origin, I think it's called. It's all red. I had it in, what is it? SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays. That thing is freaking sick. But it's not in this game, unfortunately.
Not yet.
Right, they might add it. I don't know if it's a popular... It has a model kit, so there's a potential there.
Nice.
What was that though?
The assassin at the end was is his name Ride, or I think it's like Ride or something like that. Right. Orga saves him. Oh, is that the kid that Orga covers up whenever... Orga's death was also pretty rough too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
All right.
Yep.
That one was pretty
Why don't we head
bad.
back to the lobby. We can talk more there.
Oh,
So pretty much the entire cast dies is what I'm getting since I've not finished this series.
Yes.
Yes.
It does not end well for anybody.
Oh, Astaroth is from Gecko. The mobile game is something else. Gotcha. Okay. So do Mika and what's the girl's name that he has the kid with? Shoot. I don't
Yeah.
know. They have. I think their kid might be a Gundam pilot eventually.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm looking at the thing again, and I've got Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version, and it's got that same freaking little circle on it.
Can you screenshot what you're seeing?
Let me find my... Damn it. Where the hell did my phone go?
I was just about to say I forgot to look and click right through that screen.
Let's see here. It'll be kind of blurry because I'm using my phone, but... And I'll put it in the Discord.
Yeah, throw it in there. We'll see try to figure out what it is.
Be under Raven's Nest.
I wonder if this will probably be fine.
Alright, I threw it in there.
Oh, okay.
So you see it's that little weird like blue circle thing?
I have no idea
Yeah.
what that means, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Maybe that was the symbol that pops up on the first time drop of a part from a series? I don't know, though.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No. Because it showed up for me and I already have it.
Oh. I guess I don't know. We'll never know.
Another case of it's clear as mud and they don't explain.
I mean,
Yeah.
the game gives you a lot of tooltips, but just not super helpful ones all the time. Rare drop? Maybe, Connor. It could be a rare drop thing. I don't know. Oh, is that a... Hold on. What is that? Is the symbol actually a 7? Is that a 7? Maybe it is like a lucky 7 thing. I don't know. It's level 20.
It does look like a 7.
Yeah. What's the rarity on the part, Kenny? Was it like maxed out?
No, it was blue.
It's only rarity 2. I don't know.
Dabba dee dabba da.
Yeah, it was blue, and then the one right above it was red. So
Oh, so you're getting different colors of the same symbol?
no, it's the one
Oh, you're
above
the
it.
rarity,
Like
you're
the
the- I
item
gotcha,
above it
I
was
gotcha.
rarity was.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I mean, it still could be a rare drop. Like it may not be like rarity, but it's a rare drop for the mission. Like that one normally won't drop.
That's possible too, yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah, I don't know. There may have actually been a tooltip at some point in the game that explained that, but I honestly clicked through most of them because they're long-winded, and I was like, I don't really want to play the game.
Yeah.
Same.
TLDR.
I like the battle damage look on your mobile suit, Ed. I think it looks cool.
Thank you.
It very much reminds me of Armored Core.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the goal.
It definitely has that aesthetic for sure.
I was going for a 9-ball-esque look. 9-ball Seraph look.
That is funny.
Specifically.
That like both of us, our earlier builds, they look super similar when we both first started the game.
For sure.
I'm just glad I don't look like the standard like Xeon Zaku anymore. Like,
Hey, nothing wrong with that, Kenny. It's
Yeah.
good stuff right there.
It's a classic for a reason.
I saw someone on Twitter. They made a Zaku but gave it 2 mono eyes, and it looks so freaking off-putting.
2 mono eyes. So is it like googly eyes?
Yes, it's literally like
Yes.
googly eyes. And there was a meme they made with it where there was a Zaku in a cave, like looking at this other Zaku, and the other Zaku turns around and has 2 eyes. It was really funny. It's so off-putting because like it's not supposed to be there. It's like, what is happening? Damn, your awakening gauge is already full. It's not bad.
Yep. The joy of the Gatling guns having awaken gauge up.
Yeah. I like this guy a lot. The Legolas, it looks pretty cool from Age.
Oh yeah, Legolas.
Yeah, Legolas. That's actually Orlando Bloom in there.
Yeah. Really bloomed into his own there.
We have the sound effect for drums.
Unfortunately, actually, if RP was here, probably on his soundboard, but I do not have the sound effect for drums.
That's okay.
I will say the one part that I do want is something so I can get Trans Am.
So you'll get a builder part that's just like a GN drive that you can just put anywhere on your unit or hide it in the chest. And
Yep.
you can just have Trans Am. That's what I did with this one. I just have I have the GN core or whatever, just like in my chest, so you can actually see it. So just so I have access to Trans Am.
Okay.
So if you see online like a lot of the funny like meme builds people make, they basically just hide all their parts within the like a bigger part. That's how you can see like someone just launching like an orb with nothing else on it.
I will say I do like the double like beam things that I can do. I do like that. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but I do like that.
Yeah. Orlando,
Especially if I can pin them in a wall.
Orlando didn't go Gundam shopping with Carl Urban and Vigo when they were doing press in Japan. Dude, I love those pictures, Connery, from way back in the day where they're just. Yeah, have you guys ever seen them? The cast from Lord of the Rings. The dude who played, is it Éomer, and the dude who played Aragorn. There's a picture of them in a shop in Japan buying Gundam figures.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
Did they have any idea what they were buying?
I think so, because they had a couple of them, and I'm pretty sure I think they're just fans.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
You gotta remember,
That's cool.
early 2000s, like Gundam got super popular in the U.S. for a while, or actually most of the world outside of Japan because of like Wing Gundam.
Yep. Yeah. Wing definitely was a big one for a lot of people.
Well, most people I know, they were like, yeah, Dragon Ball Z. And then when they heard like Gundam, they were like, fuck that shit. I'm like, that's cool.
Well, you gotta be fair. I mean, DBZ that was genre defining. That probably made anime popular everywhere, or more
I
popular.
get that, but I was like, damn, come on, at least give Gundam a chance. They're like, they would see it come on, they're like, we're out, done, deuces.
Gave up
Like-
on the best show in the lineup.
Well, it's hard
like-
too because Zoids is like the same time, and all those shows were on Toonami together. Like they were all in on the mech.
Yep. And like I was here for that. I never did watch any of Wing when it was on TV.
Well,
I
I don't
only
think they
have
ever-
TV.
I don't think they ever finished the series, to be honest with you. I think G Gundam's the only one they actually went and aired the entire series.
I think Kenny is right. I don't think that all of Wing actually might have been shown originally. It might have ended up on Adult Swim at some point, but I don't think it was all out on Toonami.
Yeah, and they did the same with Yu Yu Hakusho. They went to the Dark Tournament and then stopped there. They didn't do any more.
I wonder if that's because partly they wouldn't it got to the point in some of those shows where it was a little darker, and they didn't want to show that on cable like during the day because I'm pretty sure they had like Yu Yu Hakusho moved to Adult Swim after a while, and it might have been when it got a little I don't know, darker or something, more graphic.
Yeah. Makes sense, to be honest.
Right. But like Connery said, they had arms full of Gundam merch. They probably had some idea what they were looking for. Yeah, because they have a bunch of them. It's not like each of them had like one kit they took a picture with. They're like grabbing all these like different action figures and stuff. So they definitely had some idea of what Gundam was, because it was all specifically Gundam figures. So Connery said it got to the point where Adult Swim started eating the budget for Toonami as well. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because eventually they didn't really do as much anime on Toonami. It all went to Adult Swim.
Yep.
So you had to stay up till 4 in the morning to watch it after Family Guy was over.
It's back or whatever, and they're airing just kind of random stuff's kind of all over the place.
I haven't had cable in probably like a long time, so I've definitely not watched it. I have no idea what's even on Adult Swim anymore. Or Toonami. If Toonami's still a thing, I don't even know what's on that.
Yeah, they brought Toonami back. It's a block on Adult Swim now.
Oh,
that is wild. How the turntables.
Yeah, so like they do their regular stuff up till about like Adult Swim technically starts at like 8:30, 9 o'clock ish, somewhere around there. And then the like anime Toonami stuff starts at like 10:30.
Oh,
okay.
And goes all the way up to like 4.
So they've literally just inverted Toonami and Adult Swim.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I mean, honestly though, anime is a lot more popular now, so it probably does do well. Cause like I remember back in the day, like I said, like they would have like Family Guy and shit like that on Adult Swim until like 2 in the morning, and then they'd put anime on, so like you wouldn't really see it as much as you would now. Good old Big Zam. Finn said,
Come on in, Zam.
they never watched Gundam until Ev introduced it to them. They were more of a Transformer. Or the closest they got to Gundam was Transformers. Transformers was good though. I remember my favorite series growing up was Beast Wars.
God, Beast Wars was peak.
I remember watching that coming home from school. I had no idea what the hell was going on, but I was like, this is cool.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it aired like when it came on, like for the episodes, it was like right when you get out of school, like somewhere right there. I want to say the one after Beast Wars they went like it was more like traditional Transformers, right?
After Beast Wars came Beast Machines, which nobody likes talking about that one.
I'm not sure if I know what that is.
The one I remember
exactly.
very vividly was I think it was called Armada. It was your
Armada.
It was your traditional like anime style.
I love Armada.
And they had like mini cons and the whole like. I mean, they went all out with that. It seemed like.
So I remember I remember mini cons and stuff. So whatever show, I mean, those might have been in a lot of shows actually. I don't know.
The mini cons specifically were just in Armada.
Okay.
In Energon, they moved on to what was the gimmick in Energon? Power linking. That's what it was. They did the whole fusing together bit instead.
Yeah, because I remember they played with that in Armada with Jetfire and Optimus, I think it was.
Yep, they were the only ones that could do it.
And apparently, I guess it was really popular because they sold a bunch of fucking toys. So that's, I guess, when they were like, well, let's play with that for this new series that we're doing. And I guess that's kind of how it came to be with Energon.
Yep.
You gotta remember though, Transformer toys were like top tier. Like those things were so cool.
I still have all of my Transformers.
I think mine are in the attic.
Yeah, mine are somewhere. I don't know where, but I never got rid of any of them. All my Gundam toys from when I was a kid are also somewhere. But the problem is, a lot of them are missing parts because, you know, kids.
Yep.
Don't keep track of things. Which sucks
Yeah,
now, because it'd be cool if they were all put together. But
you start mixing and matching too.
Right.
So
So Adult Swim did a Toonami night as a goof, and people got super excited, so they got to come back as a regular thing. That's actually really funny. They just did it as a thing.
Okay.
They did it as an April Fool's joke, and it pissed some people off, but it got a lot of ratings too.
Did they bring back the dude who voice acted? What the hell was dude's name? Bill? Was it Bill?
Tom.
What was the
Tom?
Tom. Close enough. Bill. Tom. Same dude.
Yeah, it's the same guy from what I understand.
Do you guys remember when Tom died?
What?
Yeah, Tom died.
They did a whole thing about it.
Yeah, it was like a whole
then
thing where the ship got like invaded by some kind of goo or something like that, and
yeah, it was like a virus that had like a gooey body or whatever.
yeah,
that
it
the
killed
ship.
Tom. It was traumatizing as a kid, dude. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah, because they did like an ARG thing, like where you could go on their website and like help defend the ship.
Yeah.
And I guess it didn't get enough traction, I guess, because Tom ended up dying.
And they brought in like
shit.
Tom 2.0 after that.
Yeah, and he looked goofy as shit, if you ask me.
I forget what he looked like, to be honest with you. I always think of, when I think of Toonami, I think of the original Tom that was on it, but
You're not wrong, Retry. Energon did nothing right. It ended. That's what it did right.
Tom's on like version 7 now. Damn, a lot of Toms.
Yeah. A lot of tomfoolery.
I'd say so.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so I remember watching Beast Wars, and then I remember I must have watched that other show, Armada, you guys were talking about, because I remember the mini-cons being a thing, and I remember getting like the mini-con toys, because you could put them on like the bigger Transformer toys. But then I remember another one, let me just look this up, because it's gonna bother me otherwise. I remember it like, I watched like the first episode of let's see, Transformers after Beast Wars. I think it's the one that you guys are saying was bad that I'm thinking of.
It was Energon. It wasn't like your traditional like 2D animation. They mixed like 3D into it.
That's what I'm thinking of, I think, then.
It looked really kind of weird and off-putting.
No, it wasn't Energon. It was like super dark. Like, it looked almost like a Cybertron type thing. Cybertron was alright, but it was never meant to be a sequel. Only the English version. It has a banger opening, though. Hold on. It was like, I remember I had a toy from it when I was little, and it was a tank. But it was like a futuristic tank, not like a, tank. Let me see. After... I feel like it was like right after Beast Wars, or maybe like 1 or 2 series after it. Let's see. Cyber. Okay. I can find a picture of this dude. Probably not gonna be.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're good. You can queue us up, Kenny, for the next one.
Yep. Got the next mission ready.
Dude, I can't.
And it'll probably be my last one.
Okay, that's fine.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna go to work tomorrow since I've got my knees all fucking burnt to hell.
You gotta walk around. You have to walk around a lot tomorrow.
Yeah, I have to visit a house at 9 in the morning and walk around, measure, and take photos and all that good jazz.
Yeah, that's not gonna be.
So,
can you wear shorts to work?
only if we're gonna be in the field, but I don't want to go because I mean it's literally just my knees that got burnt, so it looks really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how the hell like just my knees got burned.
Well, if you're sitting in a seat in a stadium, like your knees are forward to the sun, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is the sun was to my back, so I was leaning forward, so I was basically my chest was casting the shadow on my knees. So I was like, I didn't think nothing of it.
I remember
like you said,
good.
I was gonna say, like you said earlier, you don't think to put suntan lotion on just your knees or whatever.
No, that would never have occurred to me. so I feel for you there.
Yeah, so.
Dude, Transformers Armada looks sick. I need to go watch this show again.
Armada starts off rough, but it gets really good after the first arc.
I cannot figure out what this series I'm thinking of is.
It's probably Beast Machines if you're saying that it happened after Beast Wars.
All right, was there? But I remember I had this toy and it was in the show. It was like a tank, but like a cybernetic looking tank. Does that make sense for the series you're talking about? Probably
yeah.
not. Oh, really? Oh.
So there's a fun bit of lore with Beast Wars and Beast Machines.
It's simple.
Beast Wars and Beast Machines canonically takes place after and before G1.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yes. So time travel happens after or in between G1 and Beast Wars. They wind up going back in time at some point in the future, obviously. So most of Beast Wars happens during the time in which the cast of G1 is in cryo sleep. But then after that, they all get back home and find out that they're in the past and they have to create transforming.
That's a lot going on there, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Vanda?
I could be misremembering a little bit of that, but like the lore is insane with those two shows.
Been a while. How are you enjoying GB4? I am enjoying the customization of GB4 a lot. The combat is combat. It is here.
But yes, and also, oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Not go for it.
I was gonna say, but if you're all about just making cool looking robots, the game is doing a really good job at that. Because you got a lot of freedom with customization here for your look and what you can put on your mobile suits. Actually, I guess the most out of all the series.
Yeah. And you know, for a game that's primary focus is customizing, I think that's the most important part.
Right. I feel like most people who are buying this game are buying it to build a custom Gunpla, not necessarily caring about, what the combat feels like.
Or necessarily what the story is.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I like GB3's story better. I don't know what New Gundam Breaker's story was. I'm guessing it probably wasn't anything that redefined the genre.
I've heard New Gundam Breaker was pretty awful, to be honest with you, from one of my friends.
Honestly, the main problem with the story is of this game is that it's the same as Gundam Build Divers. Like, they didn't really try to do something different. And all they had to do was, if you die in game, you die in real life. And I feel like that adds a lot to any story that takes place in a video game.
So I did play a little bit of New Breaker, and what I played of it just made me sad the whole time.
Oh, that's not good. That kind of tracks with what I've heard from everybody, including you before, Ev.
Yeah. So, like, the game, it plays fine. Like, the combat loop is fine. But, like, what you have to do to get parts is not fine.
Something different than just what we're doing right now, I assume, then, right?
Yes. They tried to make it into, like, an esports thing, and then they tried to, like, overbalance and complicate things, and they
so do they
tried
add, like,
something.
a gotcha mechanic? Kind of like you go and buy, like, capsules and that gives you parts? Is that kind of like...
No.
No, not like that? Okay.
They made everything take time. Like, you could... the parts that you're wearing could get knocked off, and then you would have to go and get new parts, which was, a good idea in theory. But also,
I could see what they were going for, but... Yeah.
You can hold like 6 parts at a time, and then you have to put them into a toy box. But the toy box takes like 30 frickin' seconds to put anything into. And then that's how you store that's how you get new parts. So like, you grab 5 or 6 parts at a time, go deposit it in the toy box, run back, rinse, repeat. That is how you get more parts.
That's in combat. You're doing that, like in game.
Yes.
Oh my, that's interesting.
If they knocked off one of your parts and you pick up a new one, now you're wearing that new one, which, fair enough. But also,
That could really fuck a build up.
I feel like that defeats the purpose of what the game, like what Gundam Breaker games are supposed to be. Which is like make cool looking gunpla, like, because that would completely like reorganize your build to look like something really different then.
Yeah, no, you never come back out of the mission looking the same way you went in.
That's such a weird idea to like go away from, because Gundam Breaker 3 was like very well received, I think, when it came out.
Yeah. But they wanted to try to they wanted to mix it up. They tried to fix what wasn't broken. They certainly made something new.
Right, that's what Connery just said. It was new, not good.
Exactly.
So I will say, if you base it off of where because it was the same like development team for this as New Gundam Breaker.
Yes.
So if you base it off of that, now they just need to release Gundam Breaker 5 and then go back to what GB3's combat was and leave this customization in here, then I'd be very happy. So give it another 10 years, and we'll get there.
I hope that they don't, in fact, leave it the way that it is here. They should improve upon it even further in the next one.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if they made combat, like I like how in GB3, for example, the legs I have on have beam sabers. Like I don't want to spend we only get 4 EX skill slots, and one can be a heal depending on what you're doing. So to make your beam sabers an EX slot just to do a basic combo is like kind of feels bad.
Yeah.
Because those should be like your big, like, basically like Darkness Finger, I'm cool with that being an EX skill, because that's like a big, kill attack right there. So Vanda, in my opinion, right now, I would say that if you are buying this game solely to have freedom of customization for the way that your gunpla looks, it is better than GB3, because there are some really nice, like, quality of life changes to customization that weren't in GB3. Like, you basically can make any parts go with any parts with not that much effort, because I was able to do it. But if you're in it for the combat, GB3 is better. And I think GB3's story was a little better, even though it was not super different from this. It was different enough that I think it was more impactful. So basically, if you've never played GB3, go start with that. Go play that game. It's also cheaper. But you also need a PS4 to play it. Or PS5, I guess, works as well. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it works on my PS5. I've got the Break Edition.
I think the biggest hurdle to Gundam Breaker 3 is that you have to import it.
Yep.
Yep.
But you can get it on, there's a lot of websites. It's like, I think I got mine on Hobby Link whenever I bought it.
Yeah. But having to do that is a pretty big hurdle for some people.
Right. You also have to make sure you get the right version. It's the Singapore version, I think, because otherwise there'll be no English if you don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, I think mine is the Japanese version, because that was one of my biggest gripes is there's a lot that's not in English.
Well, hold on. What I'm saying, the Singapore version, it's just all that you can put English text on, not there's no English voice acting in GB3 though.
Well, no, I'm saying for like menus and stuff like that. Like,
oh wow, I don't even know how you play that game. And if it was all in Japanese, I don't think I would have ever finished it.
That's the reason why I don't think I finished it, because I couldn't read half of the menus. I was going, like, a friend of mine basically showed me what I need to do, like how to get through certain things and do certain stuff.
Yeah, that would if you're trying to play GB3 in Japanese because you couldn't customize anything, or you have no idea what any of the skills are or anything, like you're just kind of flying blind the entire time.
That's pretty much one of the reasons why I never finished it.
No, that's a fair reason to not finish it, because I wouldn't have either.
Because I told my friend about it, and like I didn't buy it. He bought it for me. He's like, "This will be a Christmas gift for you or whatever." I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks, appreciate it." And when I got it, it's all in freaking Japanese.
I don't think the Singapore version's hard to find, really. It wasn't when I bought it, but that was a couple of years ago, so I don't actually know.
So
What's IBX,
glad
Vanda?
What?
Vanda just said he played an IBX, so you could probably deal with the combat in this. I don't know what IBX is though. Yeah, that is. You should if you ever want to play GB3, Kenny, you should get the single player version.
Oh, holy crap! I just got absolutely murdered by a unicorn.
I gotcha.
Oh, what's LBX? The combat in this game feels very much like is that Phantasy Star Online 2's combat, but not. I have never played Phantasy Star Online 2, but I've seen people play it before.
Phantasy Star Online 2, the gameplay is fun. The paywalls are abhorrent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have like... So, base PSO2 is different than international PSO2. The international version, which came out, I think it was like only a couple years ago now.
Yeah, there was one that came out somewhat recently.
Yeah. But anyways, when they finally got it released in places that were not Japan officially, they added in even more options to spend money on it.
Oh.
And like, to me, I was already kind of exhausted from having to avoid all of the cash shop buttons in the menu, and then they added in more and then made them flashier, and I'm like, no, I'm out.
PSO2, they have like crazy customization in that, right? Am I thinking of the right
Yes.
game? Yeah, okay.
What was the Phantasy Star that they put on Xbox for a while? Back like in the 360 days.
I don't know.
Might have been Phantasy Star Online 1.
It may have been, to be honest with you. I just remember a lot of people playing it for about 6 months-ish.
Was it multiplayer? Was it like an MMO?
Yeah, it was kind of like an MMO or whatever.
Might have been Universe? I don't actually know what any of them were.
It may have been one of the two. I just remember a lot of people using it to basically scam people out of Microsoft points back then.
Oh, jeez.
That's how old that particular one was.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. I still fall for the gotcha stuff, Finn. Don't feel bad. So, Kenny, are you done now for the night?
Yeah, I'll be done for the night because it's 10 o'clock and I need to make sure I'm at least can attempt to go to work.
Well, that's fair.
Understandable.
So tomorrow's gonna be real fun.
Well, good luck with the burnt knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will catch you guys later.
All right, thanks for
Later.
joining, Kenny. Have a wonderful
Thank you for
rest
having
of the
me.
evening. Good luck tomorrow. Try to wear shorts if you do go to work.
If I can.
For real.
Later.
See ya.
Later.
All right, I'm going to wrap this episode up right here then because we're at about an hour. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Gundam Breaker 4. Next time, more missions. I'll see you then. Peace.